Hi guys, welcome to episode 6, more chemo side effects. So, I'm doing these videos to try to be positive and just encourage people to go get their colonoscopies and then to know what to expect if they ever do have to go through this. So, I'm going to try to keep this one brief because the side effects aren't very positive and I don't want to just make a negative video. But I'm currently in cycle 5. I'm on day 2, so I'm still hooked up to the pump. You can see a little bit right here, and I'll get off of it tomorrow. So today and tomorrow and yesterday when I got infused, I'm on steroids. So that's why for the next couple of days I still feel okay. I don't feel too bad. But by the end of the week and throughout the weekend, I'll be pretty sick. And so that's kind of what I'm going to talk about, and it's not a lot of fun. The number one thing that is happening every day now, even after I recover, is the neuropathy in my hands and feet. And so now that the weather's turning colder, my hands, I can touch my water bottle that's room temperature and it's too cold. So anything cold at all will make me feel like I have pins and needles in my fingers and hands until they warm back up. And strange thing even happened last week. I was handing out basketballs to my students in my PE class, and the basketballs apparently were too cold for my hands. And for the next 15 minutes, my hands were just pins and needles the whole time. So I have a feeling I'm going to be in gloves pretty soon all the time, which is, it is what it is. The next one I want to talk about that's really started happening pretty severely is a lot of stomach issues or intestinal issues. So after a couple of days after I get off the pump, then the nausea, the cramps, and a lot of pain, and then some bathroom issues all happen. And that's pretty consistent from anywhere from 3 to 5 days. And so now I have, it's not a prescription, it's just straight up Imodium, but that's my new friend, and I have to do that every time. So even though the box says 4 a day, I've learned now when you're a chemo patient, 4 a day is not the max. And so I just have to stay on that to try to prevent the other. And because the side effects of having the stomach issues is I'm losing a lot of potassium. So the last couple of weeks, my potassium has been low, and I've had to have some potassium infusions and take a potassium prescription. And so they're trying to, obviously keep my electrolytes and all my minerals and everything up so I can continue treatment. So that's not been a lot of fun. I mentioned last time about the metal taste, and so yes, food just tastes horrible. Nothing tastes good for about a week, and so that makes it hard to eat, which also doesn't help with the whole potassium. So trying to do my best to get the nutrients in that I need, but I will say, when someone tells you it just feel like you're eating metal, that is so true. I mean, it's awful. It's horrible. Let's see, what else? My blood counts tend to be going down, which is trending down, which is totally what to expect. They just have to stay at a certain level, though, for me to continue treatment. So, hoping that I continue to be able to recover between each cycle. I have some people ask me, how often am I doing this? It's every other week. So I go get treatment during 1 week, which takes 3 days total to get the treatment. And then exactly 2 weeks from the day I start treatment, I go again. So right now I've been able to stay on track, and I've been able to go every other week because my numbers have recovered enough, or we've been able to give me the potassium to get my numbers back up. And so the goal is to be able to continue that just to get through all 12 cycles. I've completed, will by tomorrow complete 5. And so I still have 7 to go, which puts me in February if I can stay on track. So, to wrap this up, my prayer request for those of you who are praying for me, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it, would be just to for me to continue to recover in between each cycle, because as this is cumulative, it does get more difficult, and side effects are going to continue to get worse. So I did have to miss a couple of days last cycle from work because I didn't recover fast enough. So to pray that I do recover so that I am still able to work, part-time. That helps me so much mentally, getting to go and be around my students and their little positiveness, and just they're happy to see me, so that makes me feel good. So would hope to be able to continue to do that each time, and then also just for the maybe the side effects to not be quite as intense for those few days, because it is pretty awful. The last side effect I didn't talk about is probably the worst. It's the extreme fatigue. And the extreme fatigue lasts for about 5 days now. And it's hard to explain. It's almost like you feel like you're dead, but you're alive. You can sleep, or I can sleep, anywhere from 12 to 16 hours, and I still don't have any energy. It takes all my energy just to get up and go to the restroom and come back to bed or back to the sofa. And my family can attest, I turn into a different person, and I recognize it in myself as well. It's like I'm here, but I'm not here. And it's kind of scary in some ways, because you're sitting there thinking, am I going to get back to being me? And so I try to explain it to people like it's like a switch goes off when all the medicines are finally out of my system, so to speak, that it's affecting me so much. And then I feel like me again. And but for those 3 to 5 days, there's days that I don't even talk to anyone, and I'm a talker. So those of you who really know me know I like to talk, and it's really sad and not fun, and I think it scares my family a little bit. So if you'll pray for them, because they just want to help me, and they know there's nothing they can do. We just have to get through it. So all of you who reach out to me and who are praying for me, I greatly appreciate it. All the sweet messages, the calls, just the text telling me you're thinking about me, those all mean so much. So even when I'm not feeling that great and very talkative, it still means the world to me that someone else is thinking of me and praying for me. So I don't know how long this has been. I wanted it to be shorter, so apologize. But I'm going to keep working on kicking cancers. And I hope you get your colonoscopy so you don't ever have to go through this. Thanks for watching. Till next time.